Blackfield. Oh, yeah,
Hello and welcome. So tonight, we're going to have a pretty quick class, but I have lots to cover. So I want you to grab your tarot. We're going to ask some questions for ourselves, and then we are going to do the prediction on timing. Because timing with tarot is something people want to know, like when is it going to happen, right? So let's do 3 cards on when are you going to receive your next blessing? When are you going to receive your next blessing? And I always ask 3 times. And if my mind is trying to get in the way, I just keep repeating it until I overpower my mind. Okay. So before we turn them over and take a look at them, first I want you to know that a lot of people want to know different timing on things. And when we're using tarot for ourselves and our own personal development, it's important for us to be able to look and create our blueprint or our vision board of what we're manifesting, because the cards are about our spiritual development, our mental development, our emotional development, and our development through life and our connection with the universe and the powers of the universal laws. So tarot and time is something that is important for us to know. So wands will represent spring. So we may get a lot of wands right now. And swords will represent fall. Cups represent summer. And pentacles represent winter. Okay. But you don't want to just limit it to that. You also want to know about your days, weeks, months, and years. And that can be tricky because a lot of times when we pull cards, we get more than one suit. So what I do, well, many people will do wands as days, swords as weeks, cups as months, and pentacles as years. Now, as I've been working with spirit, that changed for me. That's how I started working with the cards, as wands were days, swords were weeks, cups were months, and pentacles were years. But as I worked with spirit and paid attention to how the tarot communicate with me in my life, I found that cups were days, wands were weeks, swords were months, and pentacles are years. So we are going to predict our own future by asking these cards and figuring out what it is. The other thing is that tarot can also appear to us for timing when it comes to the astrological signs, which is reason why it can be difficult to predict. As astrology, the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Hermit is Virgo, the Justice card is Libra, the Death card is Scorpio, Temperance is Sagittarius, the Devil is the unicorn, Capricorn, I can't believe I said the unicorn. That's so cool. So the devil is Capricorn, the star is Aquarius, and the moon is Pisces. So if someone says to you, "Oh, I want to know what astrological sign my future love is," and one of these come up, it's probably what their horoscope sign is or their astrological, power and character behind it. So keep that in mind as well when you're doing timing. And of course, if the major arcana cards come up, then that also represents that universal power that they are connecting to. Okay. So we ask, when are we going to receive our next blessing? And I'll talk a little bit more with the timing. So what did you get? Okay, let me see. Bottom card is always the first card, and it's never reversed. So, oh my gosh. Nice. Ah. Let me see. Can't find you. I lost my screen. There. Okay. So if you have in the chat or you want to show me, so you got 6 of swords. Okay. So write down. So you want to write down, are the swords weeks, fall, or for me, swords are months?
And what was the question again?
When are you receiving your next blessing?
Okay.
And you got the 6, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So 6 weeks. It could be in the fall. Or for me, the way I read cards, it would be 6 months.
Well, 6 months I'm going to be retiring.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, exciting.
I can't really afford to, but I'm going to go on the casual list, so I'll just work when I want. It's all good. Good.
What's your next card?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
2 of Wands. So I agree that wands are always, for me, wands are always weeks.
Okay.
So that would be 2 weeks.
Yeah. And the last card?
Yeah.
Justice.
A major arcana. Okay.
Number 11.
So you got 6 weeks. No, what was it? So you got 6 months, 2 weeks. Right? 6 months, 2 weeks, and then you have the major arcana, which the Hermit, so it could be September, something in September. But I think that's the universal power that's bringing the blessing about too.
All right.
This card you got, so it's a breakthrough, which is, something good that will happen probably right around your retirement or during your retirement or right the next journey.
Well, we might get a retro check with pay too about that time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Let's do the other thing I wanted to talk about is Moonshine, if you want to put your cards in chat.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
What are your cards?
Eight of Cups.
Or what is it?
8 of Cups, the Lovers, 6, and Knight of Swords.
Oh. Okay, so 6 of Cups, and to me, cups are days. So 6 days. Or 8 of Cups?
Yeah, 8 days.
Wow. Okay, write that down. 8 days, something is going to happen. And what were the other 2 cards?
The Lovers, 6 Arcana, and Knight of Swords.
Okay, so lovers could represent the Gemini. It could also represent the 6 month as well. And the Knight of Swords is usually something coming your way.
Awesome.
So yeah, good news. Change.
Nice. Thank
Yeah.
you.
The other thing is wands represent fast production. So that's why I like the wands, is because it's going to appear and it's usually like gets you in the faster flow, and it represents the spring. So right now we will want to pay attention to the wands that are coming up through this month up until summer solstice, and because that is a strong power that's around us, and especially when we're doing readings for others. And the other thing is the card number can also represent hours and days. So if you get the 2 of wands, it can be, you know, the second hour as well, or it could also have 2 days something is going to happen, right? So the 2 of wands could actually represent two days, but for me, like I said, wands usually represent weeks. So that's why I want everyone to do their work this month and see how it manifests for you, and then pay attention to that. So the other thing about it is we have the Ace of Wands represents something immediately happening. That's the same with the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Cups. So if you get an ace, it's immediate. Something is going to happen, and then you can look at the other cards and see what you get. You can also get the swords. The swords represent a fast energy, so fast manifestation, but usually fall. So in the fall is where a lot of this manifestation and the readings are going to take place. You want to take note of the days, the weeks as well. And for me, swords represent months. So I could get into the day and the week of that month of that's coming, right? Pentacles is the slowest speed. So when you see pentacles, know that it's not a quick manifestation unless it has to do with like the ace card, right? There's always work and flow that needs to happen in the manifestation. And the season of the pentacles is winter. But with pentacles, we can look mainly at by the card number, months, and years that are going to take place. Okay. So that's something interesting that you'll want to take into consideration. The same with days of the week. So Wednesday, or when we want to make something happen, that's the magician card. So it's either going to happen when you want it to happen, when you're focusing on it, it'll show you month, or it'll be on a Wednesday. When am I going to meet my soulmate? You pull 3 cards. It's a magician card. Then it represents a Wednesday. I think it's going to happen on a Wednesday. Monday is the High Priestess. And when the High Priestess comes up for timing, she usually represents within a month, right? A moon's cycle. So keep that in mind. Oh, it looks like, you're going to have a really cool situation that's going to occur on a Monday. The High Priestess comes up. It's going to start a new cycle for you, and it has to do with whatever cards are past that card. The Empress is a Friday. So whenever an Empress shows up, it represents Friday or within 3 months. And remember, the 3 represents the Empress. So her timing is 3 months. There's going to be a sign, there's going to be a symbol, there's going to be a harvest, okay, or a Friday. The Emperor card usually represents March 21st to April 20th. Hierophant is April 21st to May 20th. The Lovers is May 21st to June 20th. So when am I going to meet my soulmate? And the Lovers comes up May 21st to June 20th. And a Priestess comes up with that on a Monday.
Is that in your book? All that stuff?
No.
No, because I don't remember reading it. Okay.
But you have the video.
Yeah, no.
And you can also write it. You want to write that down, probably.
Yeah, I'll have to do it. I'm not as fast.
That's okay.
I'll listen first and I'll write down second time.
Yeah. The Chariot is June to July. So June 21st to July 21st.
Mm-hmm.
The Strength card is July 22nd to August 22nd. You'd have this down in my book as the horoscope signs, I believe.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
The Hermit is August 23rd till September 22nd. Now the Wheel of Fortune, that represents Thursday, or it can be still changing. So it's still manifestation. It'll probably happen on a Thursday, but what other cards are around it or ahead of it, right? So Thursday, or it's still in manifestation. The Justice card is September 23rd to October 23rd. When you get to the Hermit card, that represents waiting. Patience is needed. So the energy for that situation is still in a waiting period. So be patient. The Death card is October 23rd to November 22nd. The Temperance card is November 23rd till December 21st, winter solstice. The Devil card is December 22nd till January 19th. Now the Tower card represents a Tuesday. And it also represents an unexpected energy, right? So it can be a Tuesday or it can just happen unexpectedly. The Star card is January 20th till February 18th. The Moon card is February 19th to March 20th. The Sun card is Sundays or in a day. So it can be like, if that comes up, when is this going to happen? And it could be in a day or on a Sunday. But it can also represent a year, and a year of success most of the time. So when I see that comes up, I know that they've been on a year's cycle to manifest a certain success. And if I see the Sun come up within their year, then I know that that's like when manifestation and cycle is come to a complete and they receive their success. Then we have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card, the energy can be quick manifestation or slow, but it's permanent. So whenever the Judgment card comes up, there's some kind of change that's going to be a permanent change. What is it? What suit is around that? And you'll probably get the timing from a different card, right? And then the World card represents Saturday. So it happens on a Saturday when the World comes up, and the energy for the World card and the completion and success of that can be slow, but it can also be quick depending on the cards around it as well. The Cups card is also a slower manifestation, but you'll see a lot of cups in the summer. unless you have that ace, and it's of course immediate energy that's coming in. Okay. And each one of those suits also represent energies that are manifesting during certain times as well. Okay. So you wanted to pay attention. Okay. So I got the Ace of Pentacles that came up and the Two of Cups. So that means immediately, to me, I would read that immediately within 2 days. If it was weeks, immediately within, or wands within 6 weeks. So you have your manifestation on when you're receiving your next blessing. So I want you to figure that out on the calendar next and put that down as something that's going to happen. And then pay attention to the energy, the people, the situations, how you pay attention to that day, be present in it, and have fun with it. But also practice with these on each part of you, right? Your body, your mind, your spirit, and ask questions and predict some things. So I want you to predict for cups, wands, swords, pentacles, and also a prediction with the major arcana cards. Okay. So let's do one more. I want you to pull 3 cards. And let's ask about when you'll have a connection to your spirit guide, when you'll meet your spirit guide in some way. So spirit guide connection. When will I meet my spirit guide?
When will I meet my spirit guide?
Next meeting.
When will I meet?
And pull 3 cards. Okay, and then you want to write this down. This is what you have to figure out. When are you going to meet? And the energies behind the cards that are also coming up, right? You want to pay attention to that as well. So what was your first card?
Oh my goodness. I got there's that 3rd generation, my great grandmother again.
See, to me, that's like 3 days. So
Okay.
write down 3 days. See if it's 3 days.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well, that's usually the card I get every time when we talk about what spirit guide I have with me, and that's my great grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah. Then that's usually I get the card for her is that one there. So when will I meet my spirit guide? All right. So that one. Do you want me to see my other ones now or 2 or? Did you want to see my next one as well? Oh, I lost you.
Love it. What's your next one?
Okay, is the sun.
Everyone, but you're frozen.
The sun.
The sun is next?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's good.
And my
right?
the third
So
one. Oh yeah.
So sun, something that's going to happen in the summer on a Sunday.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And the next card?
The Knight of Cups.
The Knight of Cups. So something coming to you, an energy coming your way. So good news coming your way. So something is 3 days and the manifestation would be in the summer. There's more to it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There's a presentation and then where it's the outcome.
I know when it's going to be. I'm going to be totally off grid by myself with a dog for 7 days, 4 kilometers in the woods, no service, no nothing. And that's
amazing.
I was there last year for 4 days. It was the most spiritual time I've ever had in my life. It was crazy. It was nuts. But that's probably it, I would think. Maybe. Hey, when will I meet Right.
I
Cool.
see, and then of course look up those cards, right? Get more meaning into it as well. I see the 5 of Pentacles you have. Let's see what else you have. At night. Okay, so I only see one of your cards, 5 of Pentacles, so 5 years, right? That usually represents.
Mhm.
Or 5 manifestations, and then you have at night.
Mhm.
I don't know what the third card is.
There. Well, actually, what happened is my first card that came out was the insert for the tarot deck. So I just really thought it was directing me to the next card, which was 5 of Pentacles. And then after
Okay.
that, I had the Hierophant, which is a 5. So I thought, okay, 5 is a big deal. But then I redrew the first one just because of the exercise here that I needed a first card. And then I got the 4, the Emperor.
So the Hierophant being could represent someone like Taurus.
Yeah.
5 years, Taurus, and what was the last one?
Well, which would have actually been the first one, but the Emperor.
Oh, okay. So
Which I
that's
drew at
also
the
a
end.
Taurus. That's 2 Taurus cards.
Aha, there
Wow.
is. Yep, there is the bull
And
there.
then the universal energies behind those cards are what
Nice.
rule. So stability, as well as the law of emotion. Crazy. So play with predictions this month. We have to end tonight early, but play with predictions. I'm going to post more videos. So make sure make sure you check the banners. One will say tarot card meanings and one will say tarot card lessons. But through this month, work on predictions. Okay, like when will so and so have a baby? Like have fun with it, but write them down. But also try to predict things that you want to happen within a month, so that you can actually work with the things that are active in your life, right? When should I work the next show? Or when should I go to, the next province? So create a vision board, because this is a time where we want to put things into place for harvest through the summer. So put a vision board or a list of things and do cards on it and put a prediction together and study the meanings behind them and have fun with it. But I wanted to share with you how to do some timing so that you can take things further. So yeah, until next time, we'll see you next month.
And I'll give Kayla your information.
Perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Okay, and I'll be ordering one of those books straight away.
Perfect. I'll put it in your big.
I'll see you soon. I'll bring a truck.
Yeah, you'll need one. Take care.
Wait. Bye.
Full moon blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.